Hello students. Our today's topic of discussion is EVS 1. Chapter 10, Getting to Know India. Make friends with map, physical setup of India, diversity in India. So let's get started with the lesson. We all are living in India, but are we aware about all things that are there in our country and why it is beautiful as per the tourism? So let us know about what all things are there in India, its scenic beauty and what God has gifted in India. As we are as a part of citizen in a country, so we need to get aware about these things. On the screen there are two maps. And what does these maps represent? It represents about different plateaus, mountains and rivers that are flowing in India. Students, you all are singing national anthem. When you sing the national anthem, it has a meaning in each word and it represents each of the quality that is present in our country. So let us know about different plateaus, mountains and even rivers like Vindhya, Himachal, Yamuna, Ganga. So we are taking the names of the mountains as well as rivers. So India is a country with the huge mountain ranges as well as many rivers that are flowing in different states of India. Now on the screen you can see a map of India with different rivers. I have selected few rivers. There is one activity in your textbook. You can select the rivers and search them in your map in the textbook. And you need to encircle that which name of the river you are familiar with. Now for example, I took 5 names and represent them in the map with the black lines like river Narmada, river Tapi, river Godavari, river Indus, river Brahmaputra. Now, while writing, I am writing R as a short form for river in the map. And you all can see the map of India with rivers. When you want to show river in the map, you need to use blue lines. Why? Because blue represents water. So with the help of blue lines, you can show rivers in the map. We learned about the physical setup. Physical setup means all the landforms of India with the help of the map. Our country comprises various rivers, mountains, plateaus, plains, islands, etc. Indian subcontinent is surrounded by water on 3 sides and tapers towards the south. This is the path is called the Indian Peninsula. Our northern border is defined by lofty Himalayan ranges. Our country has forests, plains and deserts. On the screen you can see pictures of rivers, mountain, plateaus, plains and island and many other water bodies as well as landforms we have studied in earlier chapter. So this all comprises on the earth surface. Let us study the water bodies on the 3 sides of India. The first one is Arabian Sea, Bay of Bengal and Indian Ocean. The 3 water bodies on the 3 sides of India. Arabian Sea is to the west, Bay of Bengal is to the east and Indian Ocean is to the south of India. Thus, this part that tapers towards the south of India is called the Indian Peninsula. You can see in the second picture the part which is marked with red pen. That part is called as Indian Peninsula. The expanse of our country is large. That is, it has spread in form of water as well as land surface. The height above the sea level varies and goes up even beyond 8,000 meters. Therefore, the weather conditions change from region to region. This gives rise to a wide varieties of plants, animals and birds. The height above sea level goes even beyond 8,000 meters. Let us learn about the Gulf. Here we have the Gulf of India. What is the meaning of Gulf? A part of ocean or sea extending into the land is called a Gulf. Gulf of Kutch, Gulf of Khambat, Gulf of Mannar, Gulf of Kutch and Gulf of Khambat are to the west of India and Gulf of Mannar is to the south of India. Wide varieties of living things. So, we are having cool climatic regions, warm climatic regions, moderate rainfall, high rainfall and low rainfall. We are having desert regions. On the screen you can see the picture of animals. What it tells you? One side there is snowy area and other side is tropic region. So as per the region, animals survive. In the next picture you can see flowers and plants. First one tells you it is grown in tropical region and the other picture is of cactus and they are found in desert regions only. So their survival is based on the climatic condition. It is very important for their survival. So different animals will be found in forest region. Not only animals but plants are also found in desert and plain regions. Even the mountainous and marshy regions. Now what are mountainous regions? We all are aware that where mountains are present are called mountainous region. Now marshy region means where there is a water body and along to the water body near the coast there are ample amount of plants and trees. They are connected to the water bodies. So these are called marshy region, where water bodies as well as plants or trees are connected. Similarly, there is also a difference in the crops cultivated. Wheat is a primary crop in the north. Rice is a primary crop in the south and along the coast. Jawar is produced on a large scale in central India. This diversity has a significant effect on our lifestyle, customs, traditions, and culture. The crops which are grown as per the region, it becomes their staple diet of that region. That is the major crop of that region. Now when we want to indicate certain things in the map, we have already studied that we use certain signs and symbols. So if I want to show these places that is producing rice, jawar, wheat and many other crops, you can see that different colors are used and it represents, and along with the colors they have been written in initial alphabets. So it tells us that this particular region produces these crops. Wheat is a primary crop in the north, as you all can see on the screen in the map. Rice is a primary crop in the south and along the coast. Jawar is produced on a large scale in central India. Now let us learn about customs and traditions. We all know that India is diversified with different religions as well as we have different states. As per the states, we are having festivals, celebrations also. There are trades, customs and culture. But still we are diversified, but we are united. That is why every time it is said that India is diversified with different culture, customs, but still it is united. Different celebrations of different festivals in different states. People of many different castes, tribes and religions live in our country. Many different languages are spoken. We also see difference in food, clothing and festivals and celebrations in the different regions. Different languages like Gujarati, Sanskrit, Hindi, Marathi and many more languages are there in India. Every festival is having some or the other purpose. Because of different region, their staple food also we have seen that which are the crops grown as per the regions. Just take an example that in the north we can see wheat. So we come to know that their diet may be parathas, chapatis and all that. Whereas we have seen in south rice is grown. So rice products may be used like idlis, dosas and so on. So as per the region, the festival, their diet changes. Lifestyle, customs, traditions and culture. As you all can see on the screen. Food, clothing and festivals. Different tribes and cultures live in our country. Many different languages are spoken too. We have also seen different food, clothing and festivals. So, here we end with our today's EVS 1 session. We will meet in our next session. Till then, stay home, stay safe.